Hi everyone, this video is going to help you as you work through quiz 17.5. Just to remind you of what Mr. Terry talked about in his video, this quiz is going to ask you to solve word problems that have more than one step. Because of that, you are going to have to draw pictures and write equations to show your work. So as we work through the video together, I would ask that you have a piece of paper and a pencil with you, and then when we're all done working, you can go into the quiz and type in your answers and submit it. We are going to use our 3-read strategy today, and I also want to remind you of what Mr. Terry spoke about in his video. When we have the total in a word problem, we are going to solve it using subtraction or division. If we're looking for the total, we are going to solve it with addition or multiplication. And I'll have this card out in front of me and we'll use it to walk through our problems together today. Okay, let's take a look at the first question. It says, on Monday, I bought 23 strawberries. On Tuesday, I ate 8 of the strawberries. Now I want to divide the remaining strawberries into bags of 5 strawberries each. How many bags of strawberries do I have? Please pause the video and work on your 3-read strategy with someone at home. Okay friends, great job working on the 3-read strategy. So let's break this problem into parts because there's more than one step here. On Monday, I bought 23 strawberries. On Tuesday, I ate 8 of the strawberries. That's the first step. Our first important number here is 23 because that's the number of strawberries that you bought. Our next important number here is 8. 8's important because that's how many strawberries you ate. So let's take a look at this card. Do we have the total? Do we know the total number of strawberries that you started out with? Yes, we do. Fantastic. We know that you started out with 23 strawberries. So I'm going to write that down here. So we need to decide, are we going to subtract or are we going to divide? Well, it says on Tuesday, I ate 8 of the strawberries. So if you ate some strawberries, they're gone. You got rid of them, right? You're taking them away. So that means you should, fantastic, you should subtract. So we're going to take 23 and we're going to subtract the 8 strawberries that we ate. Go ahead and pause the video and solve that for me. Okay, friends, you should have gotten 23 minus 8 equals 15. Let's take a look at the next part of the question. It says, now I want to divide the remaining strawberries into bags of 5 strawberries each. How many bags of strawberries do I have? Well, let's take a look at our card. Do we have the total or are we looking for the total? That's right, we have the total number of strawberries, right? There's 15 now. So we're going to take that total and we're going to put them into bags of 5. So because we're putting them into bags with 5 in each, I'm going to draw a picture that looks like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this picture shows my bags with 5 strawberries in them. How many bags of strawberries do you have? That's right, good, you have 3 bags. So I noticed that we drew equal groups here, right? Our groups are equal because there's 5 strawberries in each bag. So when we have equal groups, we are using subtraction or division. We're using division. Great job. So we're going to start with our whole 15. We divided our 15 strawberries into groups of how many? That's right, 5. We put 5 strawberries in each bag. And what did that equal? What was our number of bags? Excellent, 3. So remember, when you're finished with this, you're going to go back into your quiz and enter your answers, your equations into the box on your computer. Okay, let's take a look at the next question together. The next question says, our skating club is going on a field trip. To cover the cost of the trip, we are collecting $8 from each of the 9 members of the club. We also raised $178 at a car wash. How much money have we raised for our trip altogether? Please pause the video and do your 3 reads. See if you can find the 2 steps that we're going to need to solve for this problem. Okay, friends, great job working on your 3 reads. Let's take a look at the question again together. Our skating club is going on a field trip. To cover the cost of the trip, we are collecting $8 from each of the 9 members of the club. So that right there tells me that I have to do something. That's my first step. So I notice that my first number is 8, right? Because they collected $8 from each person that belonged to the club. Okay, so I'm going to write my $8 right on my paper. Then it says each of the 9 members of the club gave $8. So that number is important because now I know how many groups of 8 I need, right? So this is what, 1 person gave $8, 2 people gave $8, 3 people gave $8. So I'm going to draw 9 groups to represent the 9 people that gave $8 each. Okay, so let's stop right there and figure out how much money they collected so far. So what I'm noticing is that I have 8 repeating. So let's pause for a second. Do we have the total? Do we know how much money they collected? Or are we looking for the total, how much money they collected? That's right, we're looking for the total. We don't know. So we could add 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 and so on, but what's a faster way to do repeated addition? Excellent, it's multiplication. So when we write our equation, you're gonna tell me how many groups there are. How many groups were there? How many people gave money? Fantastic, 9, very good. And how much money is in each group, or how much money did each person give? That's right, they gave $8, very good. So please pause the video and figure out what 9 times 8 is. You can do your 9 trick with your fingers, right? Or you can add up or count up your groups. Okay, friends, great job. So you should have figured out that 9 times 8 was equal to $72. Let's take a look at the second step of the problem. It says, we also raised $178 at a car wash. How much money have we raised for our trip all together? So we're still looking for the total, right? We don't know how much money they raised. So are we going to add or multiply? Well, let's look at what we have. I know that part of the money, they raised was from collecting the $8 from 9 people. And I know that the other part of the money was from the car wash, right? $178. So I have the 2 parts and I'm looking for the whole. What do I need to do with my 2 parts in order to find the whole? Do I add these numbers together to find the total, or do I multiply? Excellent, you have to add them together. So on your paper, you're going to set up 178 plus 72. Please pause the video and do that now, and we'll take a look at the next question together. Okay, friends, let's take a look at our next problem. Please pause the video and do the 3 reads. And then when you're ready, press play and we'll work through the first step together. Great job, guys. Let's read together. I had 42 ounces of rice. On Monday, I bought 58 more ounces of rice. I'm gonna stop right there. That to me sounds like the first step that I need to solve. So my first number that's important was 42, right? Because that's the amount of rice that I started with. I started with 42 ounces of rice. Then it says, on Monday, I bought 58 more ounces of rice. Well, 58 is important because that's how many more ounces of rice I bought. So let's think about it. Do we know the total amount of rice, or are we looking for the total amount of rice right now? That's right, we're looking for the total amount of rice. So we have to decide, do we add these numbers together, or do we multiply? Well, let's think about it. We had 42 ounces and we bought 58 more ounces. Remember, you multiply when you're adding the same numbers over and over again. Do we have the same numbers here? No, we don't. So we're going to take our two parts and we are going to add them together to find the total amount of rice. So make sure when you set up your addition problem, you line up your digits nice and neatly so that you can add them. Great job. Pause the video, add these numbers together, and when you have your answer, your sum, please press play. Okay, friends, great job. You should have figured out that your whole or your total amount of rice was 100 ounces. Let's take a look at the next part of the problem. It says, I then divided all the rice, so remember, all the rice you had was 100 ounces, into 10 equal-sized portions for dinner with friends. So, we have 100 ounces of rice and we have 10 people coming over for dinner. So let's draw a picture to show those 10 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great job. Now it says the size of the portions need to be equal. So everyone needs to get the same amount of rice. So we need to take our 100 ounces of rice and we need to share it fairly amongst our 10 friends. So let's think about it. Do we have the total amount of rice right now, or are we looking for the total amount of rice? Good, we have the total, right? Our total is 100 ounces. We figured that out already up here. So, if we're doing fair share, should we be subtracting or should we be dividing? Excellent, we're dividing, right? So we're gonna take our 100 and we're gonna share it fairly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you know the deal. You have to keep sharing your rice until you get all the way to 100. Pause your video and then we'll talk about the equation that we can write to match this picture. Okay, friends, great job. So we decided that we had the total amount of rice, right? We had 100 ounces of rice. We then decided that we were going to use fair share or division, right, to share our rice equally among 10 friends, right? We had 10 groups, or 10 friends equals. Now, you should be able to tell me the answer here. How much rice did each person get when you did your fair share? Pause the video, finish your equation, and press play for the last question. Okay, friends, let's take a look at the last question together. Please pause it, do your 3 reads, and press play when you're ready. All right, great job. Let's take a look at the last question together. It says, I put 75 jelly beans in a bowl. Each day, I eat 6 jelly beans. How many jelly beans are in the bowl after 9 days? So let's take a look at the first part. My first number that's important is 75 because that's my total number of jelly beans. So I should already be thinking, well, I have the total. It's 75. Each day I eat 6 jelly beans. Okay, well, I have 75 jelly beans. Okay, and each day I'm eating 6 jelly beans. So how can I show that I ate 6 jelly beans, that I'm taking 6 jelly beans away? Very good, I can subtract it. Okay, so I want you to pause your video and go ahead and do 75 minus 6. Okay, great job. So, on the first day that you ate 6 jelly beans and there were 67 jelly beans left, okay? But we want to know how many jelly beans are in the bowl after 9 days. So you have to keep subtracting 6 jelly beans because you're eating 6 jelly beans every day. You have to keep subtracting your 6 jelly beans for 9 days, 9 times. So friends, I'm going to have you pause your video. Go ahead and subtract your 6 jelly beans for each day. And then when you're finished, you can go ahead and submit your answers to your online quiz. Great job, everyone.